Hey, everybody. Um, at least once a week, I want to try to get with you and just keep it real, keep it 100, be open and honest, however you want to put it. Um, Everybody has their pain. If you want to know how to find common ground with any human being, discover their pain because you will be able to identify with pretty much everybody. Everybody has different pain, different struggles. Um, this last year, you think of the hurricanes that went across the state of Florida, and first there was the one, there was Helene, who went in, which went in near Tallahassee, and then went up through Georgia, and decided to camp in the mountains of North Carolina, and dump 30 inches of rain and cause, landslides and all kinds of crazy stuff that destroyed houses and so many lives in the mountains of North Carolina, and especially in Asheville, town of 100,000 people there. Then there was another hurricane, Milton, I guess it was, went straight across from Tampa, near Orlando. There are pictures of Tropicana Field where the Tampa Bay Rays Major League Baseball team played, or has played for years and years. The roof was shredded, completely shredded, and this year they're going to have to play at a minor league facility of the New York Yankees, which is in Tampa. 11,000 seats. I suppose it has some room, but it's going to be awfully intimate. But there are so many people's lives that were turned upside down because of that. And now on the West Coast, in Southern California, the fires are something that they have to deal with on an annual basis, on a regular basis. And so many people's homes in and around the Los Angeles area have just been reduced to ashes. Everybody has different kinds of pain. Yours may be physical. You may not be able to get your health back. Yours may be financial, like ours is. Yours may be relational. Some people have everything, but they can't keep a marriage together. Just on and on it goes. There's so many things that people struggle with. Ours, well, one of ours, uh, I don't want to get into it too deep, but let me just say this: our youngest daughter lives with us, with her husband and two children, 3.5 and 1, and there's a third child on the way. It's going to be here in May. They've been with us since September, and they don't make a living. The only money that they have is from food stamps cards, WIC cards, every once in a while. Right now, they happen to have money on those cards. Supposedly, they're going to be getting unemployment soon. And her husband has just started school, which is great, but it's going to be 2 years before he graduates and is able to, begin a career. Both of them are 25. And they live off of us. My wife and I have had so many instances where we just said, okay, that's it. From now on, we're not giving them any more money. They have to do it on their own. They have to make it on their own. We've read stories, we've heard stories, we've been told stories about people, whose kids turned 18 and they said, okay, that's it. From now on, you owe me rent, and you're not staying here unless you pay it. And the biggest fear that my wife has, it is her grandchildren. She wants them to be taken care of and provided for. And if our daughter and son-in-law did not have children, we would have no problem letting them live under a bridge so that they could learn and learn fast. But of course, there's those babies, and you got to make sure those babies are taken care of. And so we live in a very high stress situation. We would love nothing better than to just say, all right, that's it, pack up your stuff and leave. And there would be absolute war with our daughter because she has an anxiety disorder, and the fruit of that anxiety disorder is rage constantly. As a matter of fact, our oldest granddaughter is expressing what she's seen from her mother through her short life, and one of her biggest problems is rage, and so we have to live with that until there's a solution, until there's some sort of solution. We have prayed over and over again. It's one of those prayers, that you pray and you just scratch your head and say, God, why won't you rescue us from this? Is this really your will for us? How is it your will for us when all of our money's been taken away? We would love nothing better than to find a way to just reduce the stress, and we want them to succeed. We want them to excel. We want them to have the money that they need so that they can have a nice place to live and they can make their own way in life and do their own thing and make their own rules. But as long as they're in our house, they can't. And, when you're in that small space, you're just constantly butting heads. And there's just constant difficulty and struggle. But I say all that to say this. That's ours. That's our struggle. Now, yours may not be anything like that. But, that's one of our struggles. But it's a major one. And we are praying constantly for God to help us and to alleviate that stress and to bring resolution to it today. He hasn't yet, but we don't have any choice but to hold on to the Lord, no matter what. Sometimes people end up losing faith, struggling with their faith when things like when you pray and you pray and you pray and the prayers don't get answered, and you start to feel like God's just abandoned us, left us to our own devices. And I know He hasn't. God is faithful, and God is trustworthy, and we cling to Him for everything that we're worth. There is nothing else. There's the Lord. Where is it? Psalm. Gotta look up something. Let me look up something real quick. Psalm, I have my Bible in here. Psalm 27. Big honking Bible here. These Bibles, they had pages in them. Everybody's on apps and everything now. You can't underline an app. Anyway, Psalm 27. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the stronghold of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? When evil men advance against me to devour my flesh, when my enemies and my foes attack me, they will stumble and fall. Though an army besiege me, my heart will not fear. Though war break out against me, even then will I be confident. One thing I ask of the Lord, this is what I seek, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to gaze upon the beauty of the Lord and to seek Him in His temple. Listen to this. For in the day of trouble, He will keep me safe in His dwelling. He will hide me in the shelter of His tabernacle and set me high upon a rock. Then my head will be exalted above the enemies who surround me. At his tabernacle will I sacrifice with shouts of joy. I will sing and make music to the Lord. We hold on to the Lord for all that we're worth, even when he doesn't seem to answer. What's the old saying? When it seems like the Lord's not doing something, he's doing something. When it seems like the Lord's not working, you can always be assured that he's working. And we're holding on to that. And I hope you are too. Whatever you're dealing with, whatever you're struggling with right now, let's hold on to the Lord together, because this world doesn't have anything to offer us. This world is self-centered. Sure, they're good people, they're nice people, but it pretty much comes down to self-centeredness and self-aggrandizement. You and I, as Christ followers, we have to hold on to the Lord no matter what. Keep praying, keep seeking, keep asking, keep knocking. And we're going to trust that God's going to open the door for us. Thank you for listening to me today and joining me today. I look forward to visiting with you again next time.